Minimal versus maxed out. The Sigma BF keeps things simple while the Lumix S9 packs in everything, but which one actually gives you a better shooting experience? Let's find out. This video is sponsored by Storyblocks.
Okay, so I'm in the studio with Uncle Joe. It's a Monday, and I got a little fun camera. All right, Uncle Joe.
What is it?
This is a unreleased camera.
Okay. Can I open my eyes?
Yeah, you can open your eyes.
Dude, what the frick?
It's the Sigma BF. Remember when we were doing the live stream? And
Yeah, well, how did you get this? It looks like a rectangle.
also, we're gonna be comparing it directly to my Lumix S9, which I've done a long-term review of. I have very opinionated thoughts on that camera.
It's like the Tesla of cameras right here.
Before we jump into some direct comparisons, let me quickly familiarize myself with the new BF because it functions completely different than a traditional digital camera.
Ooh, there's some like crumbs in there. Somebody had some Cheetos. I believe this is the power button right here.
Yeah?
So we're just gonna touch. Whoa.
Wow, that was fast.
That was very fast. It has this main screen here. I just click this button and settings are changing. And then there's a little monitor here as well. Basically, I just go over with the haptic buttons and then scroll to change it. So we're gonna shoot RAW plus JPEG because I wanna test out their JPEG color profiles as well because I'm obsessed with that because I'm a dad. I don't have a lot of time to edit photos.
After just a few minutes, I got the basic gist of navigating the Sigma, so now we can go out and shoot.
First thing to note is the BF, brand new for body alone, is $2 grand USD. Pretty steep actually, when you consider some factors like no flip screen, no tilt screen, no EVF. But also, the S9 doesn't have a EVF. It's my biggest complaint about the camera. It does have a flip screen, which is okay, not great for photography in my opinion. And the S9 is $1,400 USD brand new right now, so $600 cheaper. And I have a theory that they have the exact same sensor. So obviously, each company interprets color science differently, so you'll get different results. But let's start by talking about the build quality and body design of both of these cameras. The S9, I'm a lot more familiar with because it's been my daily dad cam for probably like 6, 7, 8 months now. Natively, without any attachments, is very hard to hold because there's no side grip on it. So I got this little small rig bracket that goes on the camera. It's very cheap and adds a little grip. And you do get some ports, like you get a USB-C, a micro HDMI. All your little buttons are here on the right side. And then they have their fancy LUT button, which is a whole other topic we're gonna dive deep into with both of these cameras here in a little bit. I'd give the build maybe like a 7. It's nothing super crazy other than the Lumix logo. I need to black this out because it's just a little obnoxious. This is so exciting. This just feels different. Now the Sigma Boyfriend is a completely different story in terms of build quality. Basically this entire body is carved out of one massive piece of aluminum. There's a couple little details that are really cool about this though. On the right side where your grip hand goes, there's a little bit of texture on the body that makes it a little easier to hold on to, but just like the S9, there's no actual grip. This thing is just a rectangle like Joe said earlier, but there is a little indent right here where your right thumb sits that does make it a little bit easier to hold. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. This lens is a little bit heavier for a small camera like this, which is another topic. L-mount pancake full frame lenses. We need them, Sigma. Please make some that are actual pancakes. That would be amazing. The closest one is the 45mm f2.8. Love that lens. It looks absolutely amazing. Like it's absolutely stunning. I know people are gonna ask questions too, like what are you using right now? A lot of photographers need to do shoulder raises.
And that's because this thing is made of 100% Turkish cotton. I feel like it's like digging into my hand. I almost feel like I need to wear a glove, to be honest. All right, so this is the Lumix S9. So right away I'm noticing kind of more of like a plasty exterior. I feel like this is a camera where the BF, it doesn't feel like a camera to me. And I think this is Sigma's approach of just trying new things, going against the grain with the ergonomic design. I think people are gonna be a little concerned about it.
This is for people who live in cold places. Holding this camera, I've only been holding it for like 5 minutes. My hand is freezing.
It's that aluminum.
Aluminum, dude. Man, operating it though is so buttery flaky crust.
Baked on a buttery, crispy crust.
So what I'm gonna do is cycle through all the different color profiles that come built into the camera. If you're like me and Uncle Joe, don't have time to edit your photos, maybe you're a parent or you just don't like editing, these you can just bake in if you're shooting in JPEG, or RAW plus JPEG would give you the baked in look plus the RAW photo for you to edit if you want both. Okay folks, now the S9 and JPEGs. It's a completely different situation with the Lumix cameras and baked in color profiles. This camera is probably not for people who want a quick and dirty experience like the Sigma. That was honestly just so fast to cycle through. Pick one you like and just shoot with it, be done with it. Lumix has an app called Lumix Lab. Through the Lumix Lab, you can download other people's presets, which all come in the form of a LUT file. LUTs are basically just color preset files that you can import into this camera through the Lumix Lab app to get any look you want. Now you can go really deep with this, which I like to do. So what I do is I actually shoot footage on this camera in Vlog, which is their flat profile, and then I color grade that footage in DaVinci Resolve how I want the style to look. I export that grade as a 33-point LUT file, send it to my phone, and then through Lumix Lab, import it into the camera, and then I can shoot with my color grades baked in to Vlog-based footage and Vlog-based photos. So it's a complicated process, but at the end of the day, you get high dynamic range, silky smooth photos with the exact style you want baked in. And you can store up to 39 of those presets in this camera. Definitely way more advanced though, not for a casual audience. That's the basic gist. This, you can do whatever you want, but it's way more complicated. With the Sigma, you just pick one and shoot just like Fujifilm. Way easier, way more minimal. So we're gonna do some like one-to-one photo comparisons between the two cameras. Raw photo straight off the cameras, like what's the difference look like? And then once you apply an edit, is there any variability in the raw file, dynamic range, stuff like that?
But first, I wanna mention Storyblocks very, very fast. They're an amazing resource for my channel. I use them all the time to get stock footage. The things I use the most are the motion templates, text presets, video transitions. I love trying to spice up my videos over time, and this is a really fast and affordable way to do that. Depending on the plan you go with, you get access to over 1 million royalty-free stock assets that you can use in any project posted anywhere. So my little cybers, go to this link right here or click the top link in the description. I'll also put it in a pinned comment, and use my link if you want to support this channel. This is the BF raw photos. I mean, we can still get the sky totally back.
Wow.
A lot of flexibility here.
Lots.
Quick before and after, nothing too drastic. Might be a little too cool. It's sharp, but like the raws aren't too sharp, and they are wildly clean. All right, this is the S9. Leans a lot more green on the S9. I feel like the skin looks nice. Like in the differences between red and orange in your skin, it looks very smooth on the S9. And then in the Sigma,
A little more rosy.
it's a little more rosy for sure, and it looks a little less blended together, but I can probably work that out. I mean, that still looks so freaking good. Look in the hair here.
Yeah.
See how like detailed this is on the S9? Now, when I go back to the Sigma, does it not look like there's some
Oh, there's like a
some
look at this.
chromatic aberration?
Right there.
This is the S9. This is the Sigma. Again, very rosy.
Very rosy.
But yeah, you see a little bit more degradation in the hyper details when you really zoom in, but it's like imperceptible when you're looking at the photo as you would look at it.
You just used 2 huge words.
Sigma,
Sigma, buff.
Lumix, super
Different.
zoom- It looks smooth.
Colors different, more smooth approach.
So, which RAW files do you prefer? Leave a comment while you enjoy the absolutely gorgeous JPEGs straight off the Sigma BF. One thing about their internal presets is they do have a good range of options that look very nice. I do wish there was an internal grain option to bake in grain to my JPEGs. On the S9, you can bake in 3 levels of grain, low, standard, and high. And you can also add color noise if you want a little bit of that color texture as well, so you can fully control what you get. I would love to see Sigma do that in a firmware update. Now we're gonna run through a bunch of video tests like IBIS on the S9 versus the internal electronic stabilization of the BF. It does not have actual sensor IBIS. So we are in UHD, 24 frames per second with electronic stabilization turned on. There's no stab available in 6K, interestingly. Now stabilization is turned off just so you can see the difference just within the Sigma, having it on versus off. 6K open gate IBIS shots. I mean,
Is it just buttery, flaky
it's
crust?
Crispy,
Flaky.
flaky.
all right, this is the same thing, but with IBIS turned off. So 6K open gate, just so you can see the IBIS on Lumix is best in the market, in my opinion. It's so freaking good. The autofocus in video isn't even close. As of right now, the S9 blows the BF out of the water, but I have no idea whether or not Sigma will address this in a firmware update. Now let's pixel peep some footage. So I mean, right off the bat, this is what the Sigma's footage looks like. I mean, there's a little noise in the shadows, but it's nothing abnormal for shooting in log. Like the skin tones are nice and gold.
Yeah, it does give me gold
Oh,
vibes.
it kind of looks like noise reduction is going on though. Does that not look a little mushy to you?
It does.
I wonder if it's
Interesting.
like more heavily compressed. Okay, that shot of you, this is
6K?
6K, I believe. Yeah, it is. The autofocus is all over the place
it's
too.
hunting
It's
like-
really not great. It looks like it's trying to get rid of noise.
Interesting.
And it gives like, it takes away that super sharp detail. The Sigma just has more compression, which just makes sense. It's like a photography camera first. So if video's your thing, I mean, I think it's obvious the S9 is the clear winner here.
I really do feel like I understand now what Sigma's going for, even after only using this for today. It's kind of like a statement piece, and it definitely gives you limitations, but they feel intentional to me, where it's like, yeah, there's no EVF, that's a big bummer. There's no flip or tilt screen. I don't think I would ever even consider using this for a professional job. It would just be a day-to-day camera or a really nice family vacation camera if you're freaking dentist or something. And with the Lumix S9, that camera, like I said in my long-term review, it can do everything, and it can do everything pretty dang well, but that makes it really hard to say who it's for. Will I keep the S9 as my daily dad cam or switch to the Sigma male boyfriend? It's up for debate. I gotta spend more time with these.
Text me when you get home so I know you're safe, and watch out for deer. Please support on Patreon so you can get access to my Lumix LUTs and all my other digital assets for free, your names on the videos, and entry into monthly gear giveaway live streams. Follow me on Instagram for short and dumb stuff, join the Discord for some nerdy tech friends, and you are loved much more than you might even know, and you're amazing. So I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you. Bye.